Okay. Everybody, please stand. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. Let's start out with the minutes.
Well, I read
Thank you.
minutes when she sent it to us online. I didn't see anything wrong with it, so I'll make a motion to approve.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
Mary made the motion, Steve seconded. Any more discussion? All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, ayes have it. 3-0. Claims. Thank you. County General, $37,214.39. Court System, $2,431.26. Highway Department, $30,160.81. Sheriff's Department, $7,403.69. ACH, $33,364.24. CAW-1, $28,166.01. CAW-2, $13,152.74. Thank you. Debt claims, $37,241.80. RIT and ED plate distributions, $530,315.91. Payroll for October the 9th, 2020, $375,657.31. Okay, thank you. Deductions for October the 9th payroll 2020, $173,004.81. Insurance deductions to be allowed on October the 8th in the amount of $320,030.10. And that's it.
That's it.
Mr. Chairman, having reviewed the claims, I move to accept those.
Motion's been made by Steve,
I'll second.
seconded by Mary. Any more discussion? All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. 3-0. Clerk's report.
I did review it.
I did also.
All three of us have 3-0.
Okay, thank you.
Old business, Culverstein agreement. Turn lane on US 41 and County Road 350 South.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, those have now, that's of course a TIF project that we voted to send to RDC. They voted to fund it, and it's very needed. That's the one that's there at 350 South and Highway 41, which will allow double the amount of people to go north. Toyota's very interested. Culverstein got the bid, and they want to start Monday. And so I make a motion that we sign the agreement with the Culverstein to follow through on that project.
Okay,
I'll second that.
motion been made by Steve, seconded by Mary. Any more discussion? All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, ayes have it 3-0. I-69 I-69 County Road, State Road 64, sanitary sewer project.
Mr. Chairman, I believe we need to give two things, a notice to proceed and actually sign the contract. That is an I-69, Indiana 64, to go from the sewer plant east under I-69 over to 950 and south to give sewer to that interchange. Midwest Mo got the bids, and they want to start the 1st of November to get that done. So I move, do we have, okay, again?
I signed the contract. Signed the contract.
Okay.
Just need notice to proceed.
Okay, so I make a motion to approve the notice to proceed.
Motion been made by Steve, seconded by Mary. Any more discussion? All in favor of the motion, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, 3-0. Contracts for administrative services, COVID-19 response program.
All Waters is here.
All Waters for Gibson County Economic Development. This is the COVID, this is the Okra grant for COVID businesses that had problems with COVID. And this is phase 2 of that grant. We got a $250,000 grant for the county. If you recall, the total, I think, for the county in total now is $1 million because Princeton got 250, Oklahoma City either 1 or 150, I think it's 150. Fort Branch got 250 and Hopstock got 250. So it's been a really good program. This is just, we're just now finalizing the number, and I think the number is going to be 47 recipients in the county, and we'll share in that $250,000. And that's $250,000 less. There is a fee that is paid to the Southwestern Indiana Coalition. But we will be getting the information on that within the next probably 10 days to 2 weeks to be able to get those checks out to those businesses.
Okay, I'll make a motion to accept
Sign the agreement.
the agreement on the COVID 19 response program.
So let me ask a question. So what we're okaying is to give out $250,000, 47 bids.
Correct.
Okay.
May I ask a question? May I ask you a question? There was a town, what about Owensville? How come Owensville wasn't on that list?
Mooresville,
More towns in there, in Gibson County than just 4.
yeah,
And there are Wisconsin businesses there.
absolutely. All of the incorporated towns were notified of grant 1 and grant 2, and these are the ones that applied.
So the town of Owensville should have done their job.
Well, they were eligible for this.
They didn't do it, is what
No,
I'm saying.
they are eligible for this, and there's people from the Owensville area.
Yeah, any business in
Any
Owensville is eligible for
So-
this too, the town of Owensville itself.
Okay, they'll be eligible for
Yeah.
this one.
They were eligible. If you didn't receive any grants, Okra grants prior to this grant, if you were in Princeton or Oklahoma City and you received the grant in phase 1,
Yes.
you were not eligible for this. But I can't tell you how many, but I know there are Owensville businesses on this.
That's what I was asking. So does the business owner have something he has to do?
Yes.
Yeah, they did not get left out.
Okay,
They got left out.
I
that's fine.
personally helped one Owensville business
Yeah.
fill out their
All right.
information.
I was just curious because I didn't hear that town and kind of sounded like something was wrong there. Thank you.
I wish they actually applied for the whole grant.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'll second that.
Okay, motion made by Steve, seconded by Mary. Any more discussion? Do I? All in favor of the motion, indicate by saying aye. Opposed? Ayes have it, 3-0.
Okay, thank you.
Gerald.
And you're taking care of all that.
You need to sign this, Gerald.
You know, Mr. Chairman, I want to compliment Gibson County Economic Development and the Economic Development Coalition of Southwest Indiana, who, if we did not have their assistance, we could not have got this $1 million coming into the county here. All these businesses, want to give them the credit for
Yeah, thank you.
working on that so much.
And the town council applied.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a lot of people doing that.
Yeah, it's a great thing.
Yep.
Hopefully it'll be a great group.
Okay,
There's not any new business, but I believe there's somebody here that talked about COVID.
okay,
I'll bring up another issue before we.
okay,
Go ahead.
go ahead, man.
Okay, my name is Jeannie Gard and I'm from the Owensville area. And I am concerned about the increase in COVID cases in Gibson County. And as you can see, I would be included in that vulnerable group due to age. Gibson County during October has seen an increase of 150 positives as currently are over 800 positives, and those come from the ISDH dashboard website. And as well as we've had 5 more deaths in the last 3 weeks. Now, I seldom leave my property and I rarely enter a store. I use contactless pickup by ordering things online. So I really have been very, very cautious. I believe the best way to get Gibson County, Indiana, and the United States economy back on track is to follow the mitigation guidelines, which are to wear a mask and wear it correctly. Sometimes I see people with it below their nose and that does nothing. Okay, 2, social distance, and of course, wash hands or use sanitizer when that's not convenient to have soap and water. Okay, it will be necessary to see that all businesses and citizens follow these guidelines. I would like to know what steps as commissioners do you see as necessary to reduce this Gibson County positivity rate so all residents, including me, can actively participate in our communities as well as with our families. Masks are for the health and safety of all. So what can you do to facilitate more people wearing masks? And from what I have read from the health department, that sometimes we're not having some of our smaller businesses. The only businesses that I kind of have any contact with contactless pickup are kind of like national or multi-state chains, and so they kind of set it as a standard. But I'm not sure we always see that happening in maybe some of our smaller businesses. So what can...
Well, I think, we're at a disadvantage now because Diane Hornby, she's the director of the health department, is here. She's here at our first meeting. She turns in a report. I think it might be helpful if you come back to the meeting that we have November the 4th at 8 a.m.
Okay.
And,
Or you can attend the health department meetings. They have monthly meetings at the health department. They have their own board.
Okay,
The county health doctor, county health physician is on that board. That made everything. But the commissioners have been very active since early March.
we have been,
Commissioners met with all 3 school districts. That set out a plan for the school districts back in March. We have instituted a checkoff site at the courthouse. You have to be monitored before you come into the courthouse. Everybody has to wear a mask. We've set up safety precautions for all of our employees. in the courthouse and in all of our other facilities. We've done everything we can. You see that through COVID grants, we've been able to purchase temperature read machines. As you see the spacing in this room, we only limit certain people, a certain number come in. So we have tried to follow the CDC guidelines. We have followed the CDC guidelines. Social distancing, masks are required. You see everyone's wearing a mask here. If you go to the courthouse, you'll see the same thing. You'll see plexiglass. You're not allowed in the offices. You have to stay out in the hallway. If you go to early voting up in the courthouse tomorrow, you'll see everybody's 6 feet apart. They wash the machines down before everybody votes. And after everybody votes, they clean the pins. It just goes on and on. So our county health nurse has to be commended. She's worked diligently. I know she's put in 70, 80 hours every week since March. Okay. And so she is working very hard with the county health department. We're doing everything we possibly can. And
But is there
I don't know.
anything you can do on the wider scale?
Well,
So you're doing great with the county government offices and whatever, but I think the concern is, I see people as I'm driving through Walmart to go get my pickup, who are coming out and immediately just take off their mask and stuff it in their pocket. And I'm sure, and then I went through to get contactless pickup at another local area, and I had to kind of pass through stage 1 to get to stage 2. And the guy had his mask on, which I generally compliment anyone who has a mask on, because I think some of them are doing it because that's what they're paid to do. That's their job, and if they don't wear a mask, they're not gonna have that job very long. But when I came out, I also wanted to say to him, when's the last time you washed your mask? It was so filthy dirty, because he constantly was, whatever. And that, I thought his mask is doing no good if it's not been washed properly. And so, I'm sure that you, and I could tell when I walked in here, immediately, this is set up like it should be. But I'm concerned about the greater county area and what's happening, because our cases in Vanderburgh County, you can just look at this. We were so blessed for so long with very low rates. And then I have 2 grandchildren at IU who are tested supposedly randomly, but they are tested. One I know has been tested every week. Had to get their tested before they went up, 10 days before they went up, had to have a rapid test before they could get into their dorm, and has been, I think both of them have been selected, every week for a test. And IU said, as soon as they get their own lab test or lab set up, that they will be testing everyone in their housing once or twice a week. And they have very low rates, so I'm thinking a college campus. And when I'm walking or driving through the college campus, I had to go up and make a drop off of something, as all your Grammys do. And twice had to do that, just stopped, handed off, and went on. But the kids all walking across campus had masks on. Now, what can we do? And they have their positivity rates at the housing units owned by the college are down around 1 to 2%.
we'll pass your concerns on to the county health nurse and the county health board.
Okay, so anyway, I just, I want to see Gibson County have that low rate. We're very rural. We should be able, we have probably fewer people or about the same in Gibson County as they do on the IU Bloomington campus.
Sure.
And so if you can get a bunch of teenagers to wear their masks, why can't we get, people in Gibson County to do that?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Okay, we have another
gentlemen.
Go ahead.
One short thing. I think that really the responsibility comes down to the people themselves, taking an interest in other people's interests. And I don't think that's happening in this. in
No,
this
I don't
society
think
right
so
now.
either.
So you may have to.
It's
just
education.
Even may have to be patient or just stay away from people who look like they are having problems yourself, and that way.
Or do we need to do a better job of educating people?
Well, I think you've been educated very well, but they're just not paying attention. That's what the problem is. And I'm sorry I mentioned that. You have to look at the whole thing. I've been all over, and I can tell you that there's a lot of people who do and a lot of people who don't. And I don't know what you can do, except for the fact that stay away from them if they don't want to wear a mask, get away. Don't walk in their path,
Yeah,
But they gotta stay home when
but
they're
I
sick.
worry,
That's one
I
thing.
worry about them as much as I worry about me.
The other thing is that yeah, that's right. I'm sorry, I can't think of my thought now at this point, but, we're just a society that doesn't think of others. That's what it really amounts to right now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, after having interviewed for the highway department, I make a motion to hire Richard Ellis for the highway department and have him start as soon as the auditor can get him in there. We need people out in the highway department as soon as possible. So I make a motion to hire Richard Ellis for that position.
Motion been made by Steve,
I'll second that.
seconded by Mary. Any more discussion? All in favor of the motion, indicate by saying aye.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Opposed? Ayes have it, 3-0. Okay,
Have no further business, I'll
Move to
make a motion to.
Tim,
Oh, yes, sir.
I just want to correct the record. It's not 47 businesses, it's 45.
45. Oh, okay. Thanks, Paul.
Get that in here.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second, Mr.
I
Chairman.
can tell them.
all in favor? Want to thank everybody for coming.